Thanks for joining us and listening to another God-lived and God-breathed message by Darius Nelms. Our mission is to increase our generation standard back to God's standard of excellence and kingdom living through personal development, relational wisdom, business management, and faith increase. Our aim is that this message inspires and infuses you to reach your next level of living and helps you discover your rightful place in God's kingdom. Now, let's dive into the message.
Welcome to another episode. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I have somebody that's near and dear to me, Chip Baker from the Success Chronicles.
Yeah.
Trademarked Go Get It.
Go get it, baby.
Me and Coach Baker go back a long time.
Yeah.
From my high school days, being my position coach, just being a coach in general.
Yeah.
He's somebody that's near and dear to me, and I'm super grateful to God for him. That God blessed me with him because he's played such a pivotal role in my life, has been there for me at every turn, has always showed up and showed out.
And it's really my pleasure, just being here in this situation, behind the scenes things, looking at the camera. Man, I'm just like, man, this is awesome.
Yeah.
So happy for you. So excited for you in the journey that you've been on. I've seen amazing things and greatness in you from a long time ago, and it's pretty cool. But really, it's no surprise.
Yeah.
And so, man, just truly happy for you, truly grateful for you as well. I've strived to pour in things, but I've also learned things from you.
Yeah.
So, I think it's a blessing when we can be around great people that's striving to do great things.
Yeah.
And I'm excited about, our opportunity here and
For sure.
And all the other things that we had to come.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, I want to tell y'all something about him. He's an author, right? He's an author. He has multiple books, over 10 books that he has written, that he's going on tours, book signings, all sorts of things, where he's collaborative with other authors as well. He's introducing other people into the space of authoring. I remember when I wanted to write my first book, I asked him about it, like what was the process, and he gave me a quick overview, and that helped me kind of get started within my own framework of how I wanted to do it. So I'm grateful for him on that, for even just sharing that with me, because it is a lot of people that gatekeep information. Yeah. They don't like to collaborate. They like to kind of do things for themselves, by themselves. But you've always been a person that has joined people together, that has always been a peacemaker, if you will.
Yeah, I believe that no significant success is achieved alone.
Yeah.
Right? It's been so many people that have poured into me in my life, that have shared things with me that really have helped molded me and helped me be the person that I am today. And so I've just strived to give that back to others. And man, I think we can all win.
Yeah,
right?
For sure. We can all eat.
We can all eat, right? And so I think it's great when we can share with one another, because that's what makes the world better.
Mm-hmm. I've always seen nothing but love come from you. And I think that love is just that collaborative effort.
Yeah.
I think that's the number one way to exhibit love.
Yeah.
Is to be able to collaborate with other people. And I've always seen that with you. I can't say that for everyone, but I've always seen it with you.
Yeah. I think in one thing too, man, I realized a long time ago in my life, I can't do it on my own.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So like, to reach the pinnacle of success or the pinnacle of greatness or the pinnacle of anything, you have to know that like everything is a team.
Yeah.
Right. Like, we got here by two people.
Yeah.
Like literally.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
By two people. So that shows us right there that everything is a team. And I think once we feel that we're on an island of our own and we can do it all by ourselves, and then that's when we just got beat. And to me, that's we ain't having that.
Yeah. I think this is not foreign to you.
Yeah.
I think this is probably close to home to you when it's said that it's not about you.
Yeah, man. That's
about you.
That's my thing, man. Like, it just.
Yeah.
And most times I say it like this: it ain't about me.
Yeah.
I was taught that as a young guy, as a kid. My mom used to say, "Boy, It ain't about you.
Yeah.
It's bigger than you. Like, get over yourself. Like, you're tripping, right?
Yeah.
But it was poured into me to always remain humble in that manner and not getting too big and big-headed and, stay in faith and strive to do things the right way and treat people right and know that along that journey when you do those things, the big man will always see fit to take care of you and bring great things in your view, and so a lot of the things that I've been blessed and fortunate to achieve, and I don't know if you know this, but like I'm over 30 books.
Wow.
Yeah,
wow.
Right? And so in 26, I'm putting out 15 kids' books.
Wow.
Yeah, and so like none of that is achieved alone, right? Like none of that is just Chip Baker. Right? All of that is great people believing in me and learning things and bringing in things to the table that they're capable of doing, and we collaborate and come together as a team, and we all win and we all eat when you do that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Team. Took two people to get you here.
Yeah.
That's the part that's sticking.
Yeah, get that. Like, we got here by two people.
Yeah. I think too, like even for your journey growing up in Hearn, Texas.
Yeah.
Single mother.
Yeah.
Small house. Father not really around. What was that process like from your youth until now, regarding your life journey and how you would encourage other people to get through that process?
Oh man, I had to take a deep breath on that one. I don't know if we have enough time for that one. No, I always say this. I was, raised in a single parent home. My father was in my life. I want to make sure I say that too, but from afar, right? My parents separated when I was 5 years old, and growing up as a kid, not knowing, right? You just see that your parents ain't together, or things are different, right? Like, they have two parents at the game. Wait, it's just my mom, like some of those things like you pick up on, or other people observe those things too. But my father, I was raised in Hearn, Texas. My father lived in Dallas, Texas. Great family on my side, on my dad's side. So my father was in my life just from afar, right? And just not in a day-to-day deal, but my mom was my superhero. And I was raised with a superhero in my house because, she worked 3 and 4 jobs to take care of us, made sure that we were okay. But the journey, I don't know, it's just lots that come up for me when you ask that one specific question. I think it showed me the value of teamwork early. Like I said, with my single parent mom, it showed me eventually, because sometimes you think, well, like, did I have a part of that? Or, like you try to figure things out, but it's not until you have those conversations with your parents and you really figure out, well, this is why, and this happened, and this. You're like, oh, well, grown people just have differences, right? Like, people just don't get along. They have different views, and so they don't have nothing to do with me, right? But people have differences, and so realistically, what it's done for me, I hope I've strived to work towards thinking that it made me a better person. So now in my life, going from the things that I saw that I didn't have, I wanted to make sure in my life now, I use it as my motivation and not excuses. Yeah. And so it made me work hard. It made me want to take care of my mom and my family. It made me want to have consistency in my life. Been married for a long time.
Something about that.
My son, he knows where his dad is at all times. Been in a career of 27 years. Over 30 books. YouTube channel and podcast. For 9 years. Right. So I take time to say that because it's forced me to have consistency in my life so that people know what they're going to get from Chip Baker.
100%. And that's what builds your power.
Right. And that's a superpower.
That's a superpower.
Right?
Yeah.
Because without a shadow of a doubt, even before we came in this room, you knew what you was going to get from Chip Baker
100%.
With this time that we got.
100%.
Right? And so for me in my life, I strive to give that to everybody that I come in contact with. Everybody that know me, I want them to know man, that dude's consistent.
He's consistent.
Like he gonna give you everything he got. He gonna have a good attitude. He gonna work hard. You gonna have a good time around him. He gonna look out for you. Right. He gonna take care of it. The atmosphere, the vibe is gonna be great wherever that dude is at. Yeah. Right, and that's just consistency. So the journey has really pushed me to work to have consistency in my life.
It's as you're saying that, you set the temperature in the room.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. You set the temperature in the room.
Yeah. Thermometer, not a thermometer. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You set the
thermostat.
Thermostat.
Not a thermometer.
Yeah. You set that temperature. So being married, tell us how long you've been married.
Been married, 27 years.
27 years.
Yeah.
Evan is your son.
Yeah.
How has seeing, like you said about your mom and your dad, being raised in a single family household, dad being in Dallas, of course they're having differences. How did that shape the way that you approach your marriage as a man and keeping your family together as best you can, based on your childhood experience?
That's good. I think it just forced me to want to do better. Yeah. Right. To have better. And, I want to say this, I'm not perfect. Let's put that disclaimer out there. I'm not perfect. I've made mistakes, and I'm going to continue to make mistakes. But I think the effort to strive to be the best version of myself is there. And so each moment of each day, I'm striving to live and learn and figure it out and hopefully be the best version of myself so that I can give the best version of myself to the people that I love and care for. Yeah.
Evan, he's grown now.
Man.
Young grown man.
Yeah, young grown.
Man, how has it been raising him?
Oh, it's been awesome, man. Yeah. That gave me chills just saying that. Just being a father, and this. Yeah. And you think it's pretty cool when you know that you're having a baby, and it's gonna be a son, and that's all right. But then when that joker is born, and they put him in your arms, oh man, it's life changing. Yeah. Right. And if I thought I was driven before that. Yeah. But after he was born, I was a whole other dude. Yeah. Right. As far as how I approached it, because now it's just not. It's for sure. It's not about me. Right. Everything I do, the decisions that I make, it affects him. Yeah. Right. And I want to strive to be the example that he can. Not just saying, hey, make sure you do this, set this up, but I want him to see that over what I say. Yeah. Right. Because I can tell him to do something, and then I don't. Yeah. Show that. Well, that's not what you were telling me. Yeah. And so, I just strive to not just talk the talk, but I strive to just walk the talk.
Yeah. Speaking of that, with your wife and with your son, being a man, leading by example, you've always been in education. Yeah. Always been a coach. Yeah. Football being the main sport. From being an assistant coach up under a head coach to making the transition to being a head coach in your hometown, what was that transition like for your family to have them leave what they were used to, even though you and your wife are both from Hearn? Yeah. But Evan had a stable environment. Yeah. You know what I mean? Before making that move. Yeah. But you take the head coaching job in Hearn, Texas. And now you have to kind of uproot your family, if you will, and bring them to the place where you all grew up. Yeah. As a man, how was that transition from that year to the following year for you? How did it make you feel?
Just a mix of things on that is what comes up for me first, because like I've said earlier, I'm a consistency guy, right? And the position that I was in, the area that I was in, I've been in that area for 15 years. Yeah. Right? And so it was big love in Conroe.
For sure.
Right? And I love Conroe.
Yeah. Yeah.
So really Conroe was home for me.
Yeah.
But the opportunity to go back to your hometown that really made you, for me personally, it was an amazing opportunity and a blessing to me to be able to go be of service. Now, one thing when you are doing those things to be of service, man, so many times the people that have helped you get to those points, or the people that are your biggest supporters, it's tough on them because you have to make adjustments and decisions to uproot them.
Yeah.
Right. And so that piece was tough for me because, like you said, you know, we are consistent people. Right. And so that was definitely hard. But I think it made us better as well, because when you get in tough situations, when you have to uproot, you have to adjust. Right. And so I think it gives you an opportunity to grow together because you're navigating and learning together. And that's what it was for us.
Yeah.
We got an opportunity to, experience some different things together, and when you look at a relationship, one person has their experiences, the other person has their experiences, but like when you come together and, add a child in there, now we have to make it our experience, right? So the experience that I had in my hometown, like, it was different for me than it was when it's us.
Yeah.
Right. And so you have to make that. And we just strive to be of service and create a good situation. And I strive to give them all that I could give them. We were able to, purchase a home that was, pretty nice based off of me being able to do that because of my, career and all of those things. My wife was able to remodel and gut the whole house and do it how she wanted to do it. Yeah. Do your thing, right? Yeah. So that was really neat, and got some great relationships, great friendships from it. So it was all right. Anytime you have to adjust, especially when you're consistent people, it's hard. It's hard, right? Like if you're like a fly by the seat of your type of kind of person, and just whatever, I don't care, whatever. Well, it's easy to do that. Yeah. But like I'm not.
Like once you get to a place,
I'm not a move around guy. I'm gonna anchor in, good and bad. I'm there. I'm gonna weather the storm. I'm deeply rooted. I ain't going nowhere, right? Yeah. And so when we had to do that, the move and deciding that was tough because really, realistically, that was the second time that I had the opportunity to go. And so this time, like, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Okay. And so,
When was the first opportunity?
It was like probably 2 years before that, 2 to 3 years before that. Okay. I had an opportunity to possibly go.
So that was what, 2012?
Yeah, around that time.
2012, 2013.
I went over 14, 15, 16. Yeah. I was there those 2 years. So it was a couple years before that. Yeah.
Wow. So it wasn't necessarily a career change. It was just an environment change. It was an environment change. And Evan was young at the time. He was young.
He was in elementary school, like 3rd, 4th grade.
Wow. Yeah. That time flies. God, dog.
That's crazy.
That time flies, man.
That's crazy, man. Dude's a freshman in college.
He's a freshman in college.
Crazy.
Wow. So really just when you're about consistency, it can be hard to kind of make those bold moves, we can say.
Yeah, but I think too, I'm gonna share this one. When you are consistent, you learn that you do have to put yourself in uncomfortable situations to have growth. You do, right? Because on the other side of your toughest challenges is your maximum growth. Yeah, 100%. Right. And so it allows you to attack the challenges, not just like float and say, well, okay, it's a challenge. Like, no, come on, challenge, let's go. Right? I'm gonna hit you in the mouth, challenge, let's go attack it, because I know from this challenge on the other side of it, I will be better from it. And so that's really what it was.
In my latest book, Why Me? 5 Strategies for How Good People Can Overcome Bad Situations. I talk about that. I talk about exposing yourself to adversity. And for some people, like they don't quite get that. It's like, why would I expose myself to a challenge or to adversity? But it's really about doing it in times of peace, because that's like
the best time.
That's the best time to do it. You don't want to wait till you get punched in the mouth to figure out what you gonna do. Like, I gotta, but when you've been sparring and when you've been trained and you're doing that in times when it's comfortable, when you get hit in the mouth, you able to bounce back and I mean, it's almost like a rubber band. Like that ricochet is real quick, you know.
And deeper than that, when you are in situations where it's tough, you revert back to your training.
You do. You revert back to your training.
So in your consistency, work on your, like train. Work on your training. Like put yourself in those adverse situations because, I mean, it's good now. So like what'll happen if this?
Yeah.
What about this? How can I just learn, like get around some people that's had some adverse situations? Exactly. What happened to you when this happened? Yeah. You know, what do I need to look for in this situation?
So now you get into sound counsel.
Yeah.
It gets into having the right circle.
Yeah.
I tell my wife all the time, man, like it's nothing like having sound counsel.
Nothing.
You have to have it because I'm not saying that you can't make mistakes, and we're all gonna make mistakes.
Right.
But the wisdom in having sound counsel is that when you listen to that wisdom, they help you avoid certain pitfalls that you don't have to make.
Well, like check this out. Like hearing you say this, like it took me to this analogy, this example, right? So like you said, every one of us, we're gonna make mistakes, right? So if you counted them, like if I counted mine, like we could fill this whole room up.
For sure.
Right. But it's a lot, like I'll make a lot of mistakes. Like you'll make a lot of mistakes, right? The people that you're around will make a lot of mistakes. So like if I'm around you and you've made a lot of mistakes and you can share what the mistake that you've made with me, man, when I did this, was this. Like this would happen. This is how I got through it. So now I can say, well, I don't have to experience that. So when I see that, like, okay. Right? And so now when you have great people around you, like you've been blessed to have, like I've been blessed to have, to pour into you, you know, they can see those things. And I, realistically, I consider us to be rather aware guys, right? Because we don't have a lot of noise in our life. Like we try to be straight and do right, and you know that's what we strive to do. But like, I think the thing that excels the growth, if you will, the thing that allows us to be the best version of ourselves is putting ourselves around great people that are striving to do the same thing too.
For sure. My dad always says, in jest, he says, man, I done made enough mistakes for me and you both. You know what I mean?
Come on.
And sometimes, you know, in that counsel, they've made mistakes that it cost.
Big time, man.
And so you don't have to pay that cost. It's already, been paid to a degree for you.
And let me tell you this. This is real talk right here, and we don't have to go deep into this. But I am the person that I am right now because I've seen some people in my family make some mistakes. Yeah. And I'm just going to leave it at that.
Yeah.
Right.
You either learn what to do or what not to do.
You learn what to do or what not to do. Either way, you're going to learn it.
You're going to learn, you know. Now, the wise person is going to learn what not to do, you know, and apply it.
The unwise person, they'll keep up with some foolishness.
Keep up with some foolishness,
right.
You know.
But the wise person, like, hey, I saw with that, I'll just tell you, and I don't even know if you know this. So my father has 7 kids, right? And so with 3 different ladies. And so my mom was his second wife. So with the first, he had 3 kids, and then myself and my sister. So I'm in the middle, and then 2 younger boys. Okay. And so the older boys, and one of my brothers died in prison, right? And one of my other brothers has been in prison more of his life than he's been out of his life, right? And so you talk about, as a kid, like going to visit them in jail and like seeing like what my mom, and this is not even her kids, right? But just seeing the toll that it takes on her, the emotional toll that it takes on her, and the emotional toll that it takes on my father, and you know him navigating through like the services of my brother passing, like they couldn't really tell us anything, or like, you know, like all of those things, right? Just like going through all of that. And so like I saw firsthand, and that was a situation to where I chose to say, well, my mama ain't gonna ever visit me in jail. Ever. My mother, like we
made it up in your mind.
Yeah, we went and they closed those heavy doors, and we had to do the
How old were you?
ID like elementary school, like young elementary school. And so I made a decision then in my life, these people will never have to come visit me in jail.
That's real. That's real.
Period.
Yeah.
Right. And like I'm adamant about that. I'm gonna do things the right way. I ain't gonna make no mistake. I'm not gonna add any more stress onto my parent. You ain't got to worry about me.
Yeah.
Right? And so those are some of the things that I learned from. And so now, fast forward, you know, you talked about like the family and single parent, like all of those things. Like those are other things that I learned, right? So now, when I talk or coach kids have gone through the same thing, I know.
Yeah.
Like, I can see it on you. Like, oh yeah, you know this.
Yeah.
So talk to me about that. Like, what's up with that? You know, and then I can share like, yeah, well, this happened. What? Like you just see me as a coach, bro. You don't know, right? And so I think that has allowed me the ability to be real in my life. And like I said, like you didn't even know that.
I know, but it goes to show too, even the relationship that we've had. Of like I see you as like innocently, I see you as coach.
Yeah.
Like I don't really see any external,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, experiences that you have, cause I literally just see you as coach. But that's important to me. You know what I mean? So, you know, just learning these things even as we talk now, it's like you said, like I didn't even know. But again, that speaks to your character and who you are.
Right.
Now I would probably think if I was on a worse path or something like that.
No.
You know what I mean?
You gon'
Yeah, but
I gotta get close.
You gotta get a little close,
Yeah,
and
say,
you don't
man.
you don't yell.
Yeah, like man,
You
like
just kind of come in. Let me talk to you.
yeah, and
you know?
and the same thing, just like we talked about. You know, it's a blessing to have people in your life that are like that, and you have to be open and willing to listen.
Listen, I know, but I mean, listening is 80% of communication. It ain't
Come
talking.
on. Share that you and I. Come on, share that with them.
Communication is
on.
you and I. You can't spell it without you and I.
That's it.
The letter U
Yeah.
and the letter I. So, you know, like you have to be willing to listen. And I learned that from my communications professor in college, Dr. Beebe. Communication is 80% of listening. And it's like, if we got that, we'd be a lot better off.
And I'm gonna say it like grandmama and them used to say, boy, you got two ears and one mouth. You need to listen twice as much as you talk, boy.
Yeah.
Right. And so when we can listen and
say that again.
Yeah, you got two ears and one mouth. You need to listen twice as much as you talk, boy. And we put the boy on it, that's for real. Right.
It's that extra sting to it, you know.
You know they know my name. They gave me my name, but when they say, boy, yes, ma'am.
But I tell my wife all the time, what this generation lacks is they lack the elders.
Yeah.
You know, because the elders will call you boy.
Yeah, and
you know,
and talk to you in a way you don't even want to hear.
Yeah. But this generation is lacking in that. You know, of course, it's a little different.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm not saying that we got to go back to the past, but it wouldn't hurt. You know,
I think this generation, the access to knowledge, has kind of, I don't know if watered down is the word I want to say, but it's kind of spread that a little thin. Right?
Yes.
And I'm not saying it's good or bad. I'm just saying I think
that
like
could be
now,
an attribute to it.
And anything that's too much, right? It's too much.
It's too much.
Right.
It's too much.
So I think you know, everything in moderation, even moderation.
Yeah. My mama, she's still in her mid-50s.
Yeah. She gonna give it to you.
Yeah, she gonna give it to me.
Yeah.
But now, especially like if she gets disgruntled about something, she'll say, I'm an old woman. Like, you know, because the new grandmas ain't like the old grandmas. You know what I mean? And so my mama said that one time, I'm an old woman. Mama, and my mama, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are you talking? But I love it. I said, Mama, channel that inner grandma. You know, like channel that. Like I need to see more of that. You know.
Good.
But again, like you know, I don't have any of none of my grandparents are alive.
Yeah.
Lost them a long time ago, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But again, when we talk about the elders, like we don't. This generation is kind of lacking in that area. You know, grandma ain't really how grandma used to be.
No.
A lot of grandmas are relatively younger.
Yeah.
But it's just funny. But she said, I'm an old one. I said, I felt that in my bones. Like I said, oh yeah, mama, I like that energy. I need more of that. Like you an old woman. Yes. Oh yeah, you got that wisdom on you. I like that. That. But even speaking of, I want to get back to Evan.
Yeah.
And just like how you've coached so many young men.
Yeah.
How is it that you've been able to parallel coaching other people's sons and coaching your son. How has that process and that journey been? Like, has the lines ever been blurred? Are you able to differentiate this is my son versus like I'm getting on to him like an athlete, like I need to get on to him like I'm his coach? You know, like how has that process been in coaching other people's sons in comparison to how you coach your son?
That's good.
And the principles that you give.
Yeah, I think initially when I hear you ask that question, I think the first thing that comes to mind for me is whatever I'm doing, I want to do the best that I can at it, right? So as coach, it was a while before I had a son, right? So at the time, you know, I was strive to be the best coach that I could be based off of the experiences that I've had and strive to learn, right? You know, when I became a father, I strive to be the best coach and I strive to be the best father that I could be, right? And so I think one thing about me is I've always worked at keeping things separate, right? And not having it bleed over and like all of those kind of things. But there's a time and a place for everything, right? And so I want him to know that I am his father. Like to me, nothing else matters. My accomplishments, books, none of that matters to me. I want him to know that for me to be his father is my most important job, right? For me. And so, you know, I've also strived, like in my life, like there's some things that would happen at work that my wife wouldn't even know about because I strive to keep
those
work
separate.
and home separate, right? Like and you know with like they don't. I'm tired from work when I get home, but I still got to find that energy to play with him as a kid, right, and throw the ball with him or whatever. And so,
and keep in mind, kids don't know that you're tired. They don't, you know, they don't know that. So to them, you got a fully charged battery when you walk through those doors.
And bigger than that, I didn't have that.
Yeah.
Right. So I was gonna be.
So that motivation was even greater.
Like, tired. I sleep when I go visit the big man or whatever. But I don't know. There's definitely lessons that I learned as a coach helped me be a better parent.
Okay.
Right. There's definitely things that I've learned as a parent helped me be a better coach. Right. So I strive to just take the good things from those, not blur the lines. All right. Keep it compartmentalized, keep it separate, because Evan don't want Chip Baker, the Success Chronicles.
Yeah.
He don't want Chip Baker, best-selling author. He want dad.
Yeah.
Right? And so I strive to give him dad and give him that attention and do those things. Now, the cool thing is the position that he played, I coached.
Yeah.
Right? So that was a good thing. And I never even said that to him because I got the mantra, especially like, you know, he was like Little League Soccer and all of those kind of things. Like my wife would say, "You're not going to say something?" Like, no, he got a coach out there. I'm dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sitting in the chair. Like, bro, only thing I'm going to say to him is, man, like, did you have a good time?
Yeah.
What we going to eat, dog?
Right.
Like, you know.
Yeah.
Now there comes a time where, hey, man, like, pick your feet up, you know, get your eyes at this place, you know. But in the car on the way home, I'm not going to be grilling him on the game, right? Unless he comes asking me. So now, once he got like into junior high and some of those things, you know, my biggest thing was, no, you're going to be involved in something, right? Try it out. Now, if it's something you don't like and you know, but you ain't quitting, right?
Oh, you got to finish what you start.
If you start something, you're going to finish it, right? And learn the lessons that you're supposed to learn, right? And so, that took some adjustment, and again, you know, I just strived to be dad. You know, I knew I was actually working at a school where his junior high fed my school where he would be going. And then, but I chose to get out of coaching when he went into junior high so I could be dad because that was important for me. Yeah. Right. And
Do you consider that a sacrifice?
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Without a doubt. a chosen sacrifice.
Yeah, of course.
Right? It wasn't like, hey, man, I got out of coaching for you. Like, nothing like
yeah,
that, bro.
like woe is me, you know.
Yeah,
like
no.
This was a chosen sacrifice.
Yeah, like, no. And I'm going to say this to you, and I'm going to slow it down when I say this to you. I wanted to make sure that I was the one to pick him up and take him to everything, sports. Like once he got to where he was involved and all of that, because I know, and this is what I learned from the coaching side, young boys need males in their life that will keep their thumb on them and don't let them do stupid stuff, right? And so, it was important to me because I only got one son. It's going to come through. So it's important to me to make sure that I'm present in his life every day, right? Pick him up, all of that. And so I take great pride in that, looking back on it. Yeah. And I think that the investment, the sacrifice poured into him has really played off because he's an amazing dude. Yeah. Man, that dude is awesome, man. Like he is hardworking, kind-hearted. He's aware of the surroundings and people, strives to serve, seeks for others first. He gonna put work in, right? Like, man, he's an awesome dude, and I'm so proud of him, man.
You said that, but I want you to talk directly to him now.
Ooh.
And I want you, like, whatever message you have for him.
Yeah.
Right? Give that message to him now. We know that you're proud of him.
Yeah,
we know that you've invested.
Yeah.
But like, what? This is Dad to Evan now.
Yeah.
What do you have to say to him right now?
Really, Nams, it's the same thing I would say to you. You know what I'm saying? Because I look at, like, you look at the parallels of me being your coach, me being his father. It's really the same. I think from going back from day one, seeing that there's greatness in you and that God has made you special, right? And so the beauty of it is watching the journey of you being obedient and just listening to the people that are around you that's pouring into you and working hard and doing it the right way. Because we can do things, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And get over on people and try to skip reps and but actually doing the hard work every day and doing it the right way, which it benefits you. You learn so many things in life, and I'm, you and just so proud of you guys, of the men that you are, and I feel blessed to be in your lives. Right? It's a blessing to me to see you guys do what you do, and it's inspiring to me and pushes me to be better too. And reminds me that, like, yeah, that's the right way.
My dad always says, he's told me since I was younger, so I can do everything above the table. Don't try to take shortcuts. Don't try to get underhanded deals. Do everything above the table. And that's always stuck with me.
Yeah, it's good.
So as you say that about doing things the right way, what my dad has said and what you've always said, which is do everything the right way, like those two things guide me. Because everything that I try to do, and sometimes I can be a little aggressive with it, but I want to do things the right way.
Well, and that's realistically, man, that's one of the, I ain't gonna say fault. I think that's one of the things that we have to be aware of, because just hearing you say that, I've strived to do that in my life, and there's been some times where I know without a shadow of a doubt I've put the work in to make great things happen, but my value that I was bringing, adding, or striving to add was not the value that was received from somebody else. And so the disconnect between, like, bro, I don't understand that. Like, you mean I've done this for this many years? Like, I have knowledge, I have experience. Like, I'm just striving to serve. Like, there's no opportunity that I can help. Like the heart. And so, like, sometimes, like, we have to really guard our heart. We have to really check ourselves in those situations, and not just saying that, like, what we're doing isn't greatness, because it is, right? But, our greatness just might not be somebody else's taste, cup of tea, right? And so we have to realize that, and that realistically, a lot of times that hurts, because that, like, man, my heart is pure. Like, my heart is I'm coming from a good-hearted place. Like, I just want to help. I just want to serve, right? But, man, that's probably the toughest thing to deal with, too, as a man that's striving to do things the right way. You know, because you could be stupid, you know, and could do all of that other stuff. But when you choose to do it the right way, man, that's probably one of the toughest things that we deal with as men that are striving to do things the right way.
Man, I got a couple of points to what you just said.
Yeah.
One, I have a conversation with my wife all the time of what it takes to be ultra successful. Not saying that you can't be successful by doing things the right way, but typically to get to like the heights of power and the heights of like ultimate success as the world would deem success,
Right.
it probably requires you to step on some people, hurt some people, you know, like those things sort of play a factor.
Right.
When again, we're talking about how the world views success.
That's what I was about to say. Keyword worldly.
Worldly success.
But
We're
that's
talking,
not how we operate.
That's not how we operate. Right. So I'm talking about how the world views success. You probably gonna have to do some stuff that may not be within your wheelhouse or your character to do. But also it's the idea of it's a mantra of mine. It's my personal mantra where I say death is destiny. And when you hear that, people you could take that a bunch of different ways. Yeah. But let me explain what that means. That death is destiny is a concept that I created in knowing that doing things from a pure place and a pure heart may not always be received well. But in my race against death, meaning we all have an expiration date. Yeah. My goal is to get my destiny out of me. Yeah. So that death is destiny. It's suggesting by the time I reach my expiration date, I don't have anything left to give. It doesn't like I detach myself from the results. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because if you get attached to the results, sometimes it's not going to be in your favor. Yeah. And so if it's not in your favor, what you gonna do? Quit? Like, you gonna be? It's not an option. I mean, you're really discouraged because they're not accepting you or they're not seeing your value the way you see it. Well, I just want to serve, but we don't want you to serve. Then what? You know what I mean?
Yeah, and the thing too, it comes down to like it just may not be somebody else's cup of tea.
It's just not.
But then also tapping into the fact that God made you who you are, and you have to live within your purpose and your calling with that dash in life, right? Yeah. And so that's the big thing. Like even in that personal situation, like I was sharing with you, I had to self-reflect and like literally check myself, right? Like is your heart pure? Check. Right? Do you have good intentions? Check. Have you put the work in? Check. Right? Are you doing it the right way? Check. You know, like so like I'm just going down the like, man, like because either way, I'm still gonna be that same dude. Yeah. Right? Because like those are my core principles and values of what I believe in. Yeah. And you know, am I a work in progress? Yes. But am I operating in alignment with my assignment? Yes.
I like that.
Yeah.
2 quotes.
Yeah.
It's not my personal quote. These are just quotes that I've read. One is, death is nothing, but to live defeated is to die.
It's good.
So we strive to live victoriously every day with what we can control. Second is don't die old, die empty. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, Dr. Martin Luther King himself even said it. Like he wanted to live a long life, died at 39. Of course, he would prefer to grow old. Yeah. Didn't make that. But died empty.
Yeah, I'm gonna go further. Control the things that you can control. Things that you can't, don't worry about it. Give your all to everything you're doing so that you've given your all. Yeah. And when you give your all, there's no regrets. Yeah.
That is destiny. Wow.
So good.
Yeah. So let's talk about your books.
Yeah.
Where you started and where you are now. Like I say, you have many collaborative projects where you've brought people in to pitch in and to provide value, which again, just you being the ultimate team player. So talk about how you got that vision. Like, where did that vision come from? How did it grow to the multiple volumes that it's grown
Yeah.
to, et cetera?
I think it all started from just taking one step. Just one step to strive to be better, to strive to be of service. YouTube channel and podcast to highlight others.
Like you said, 9 years.
Yeah, 9 years. And so from there, putting yourself around people. So now my friend group, they're all authors. Right? So now that shows me like, well, if they can do it, like they have similar backgrounds. Well, I can probably do that too. How'd you do that? Like what happened? How'd you start that? What was that? Who do you know that can help? And so that's kind of how just proximity.
Now, to that point, you talk about now your friend group.
Your circle.
Authors, right? But the funny thing is the irony of the title of the book, The Impact of Influence. And that goes to show you the impact of influence.
I mean,
look at that. Look how that influence spread from you
no doubt.
to those around you.
No doubt.
Including myself.
Yeah, and just the value of getting in the room, just the value of taking a step, just the value of getting comfortable with being uncomfortable, just the value of asking, right? Just the value of being curious, right? And so like all of those things were taking place along my journey. And so, I came across Dr. Oliver T. Reed. I want to make sure I shout him up because he's the one I did my very first book with.
I remember.
And so we did growing through your go through. And so how that happened was he and I, through our podcast, we had done the YouTube channel. Like I interviewed him talking about success. We hit it off real good. It's like, man, like this was good. Like let's connect next week and just talk about a topic. And so we just hit a topic. The same thing. He said, man, this was good. Let's do it next week. By the time we knew it, man, we had done this like 5 weeks straight, right? Like just getting content. Like he's like, man, like you ever thought about doing a book? We should put some of this stuff in the book that we've done.
Yeah.
And so that's how we got growing.
And it was very conversational. In the book,
right? And that's what that was the conversation that we had in the topic session about growing through you go through. That's what was in the book, right? And then we hit on the different principles. Of course, you backed all of those things, but that's where it started. And we did book tour. We actually came to Austin. You spoke at one of the ones. We did a couple books together there. Then I did like some different things because I'm a board member for Fellowship of Christian Athletes. I did a couple resources for FCA that they've used in schools, just a couple different things. And then we started, there's another guy that I connected with, just proximity again, on the podcast. People saw that I was speaking. This group, the G-Men, Kendall Ficklin.
Yes.
Send a shout out to Kendall Ficklin in Atlanta.
Right.
Great guy, and he's kind of a protege of Eric Thomas, Dr. E.T. And so, they asked me to speak like virtually to their G-Men. And I spoke and, connected with several of those guys within the group. And, one of the guys that was in the group reached out to me and he did book publishing, like self-publishing. And so he's like, man, you ever thought about bringing, you connected with some pretty dope people. You ever thought about bringing them together and like writing the books? Like, man, that's a pretty good idea.
Yeah.
Never really thought about that. And so we talked about it. And I remember to the day, he called me and we were on the way. It was my like close to my birthday, beginning of the year. We were on the way to eat lunch with my family. And typically I won't answer my phone or I message say, hey, I'll hit you back with my family, right? But I just happened to answer the phone just to say, hey, let me call you right back. I'm about to eat with my family. Like, hey, let me run this by you. And then he said that to me like, man, that's pretty good. So we talked, man, like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And by the end of the day, we had the cover idea.
Love it. I love people that work fast.
Oh man, like that's what like my guy Woods now, like he does most of my publishing and stuff now. So like, man, the thing about us, we beast attract beast, bro. Like if we're actually talking about it,
it's getting done.
It's already in motion.
Yeah.
Right. Like if we're now talking about it, like I've already thought about it. I put the blueprint in my notes. Like, bro, I just need to send it over to you and we're gonna run it. Yeah. Right. And so that was that, and that we ended up doing 10 volumes of the impact of influence.
Yeah.
Just different themes. brought some amazing people together to share their stories of impact and influence. Then from there, man, just so cool. I've done a game, generational applicable messages for everyone, which is a devotional that I made.
Was that through? Did you kind of give that to FCA?
No, well, they've used some of that for sure.
Yeah.
But like I'm involved in a men's class in my church, and I teach a leadership development class in my church, and so really kind of focus on that was just to help people who have a resource. And man, just dabbled in a few things. Then my most recent is Go Get It book.
About the principles.
Yeah, 7 Principles to Live a Legacy. And then now I'm dabbling I'm dropping, like I said, like 15 kids books this year. And I've already done 2 of them. First one's Teacher, and the other one is My Mom, My Superhero.
Nice.
Yeah.
And that's pure from your experience.
Oh, yeah. All of that is because longtime educator.
Yeah.
Come from a family of educators. So really the book series is the Heart of Education series. So I'm taking like the different roles in education and writing a kid's book about every role.
That's awesome.
So I started with Teacher, and I've been, my mom passed, almost 6 years ago. And so I'm gonna do a full book about my mom. I have all the stuff, but it's just still tough for me. So I'm still struggling with working through doing all that emotionally. So I was like, man, let me just do a kid's book about her to get something out to show appreciation to her. So that's why we did that, and eventually I'll do a book. But then the other ones are all about principal, coach, superintendent, bus driver, police officer, like all of them, all of those, nurse, yeah, like all of those titles in the school system.
It's a book for them.
Yeah, it's a book for them to show appreciation to them.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Before we wrap up, I know you have the 7 principles for success in regarding your legacy.
Yep.
As a father, how have you allowed Evan to be a part of your legacy? From son to father, father to son. Because like you said it earlier, like my number one job is to be his father. Like accomplishments, all that other stuff doesn't really matter. But because everything that you're doing is legacy driven. Meaning like you've left your impact.
Yeah.
Like, that's that dying empty thing. Like you're on that track.
I appreciate that.
So Evan, as your son, how have you allowed him to be a part of the legacy that you're called to, that you are leaving behind?
I think I would more so not say allowed. I would say it's my honor.
Okay.
To be able to have him be a part of the lineage, the family, right? Great things have been passed down to me through my family, faith principles, how you do things, all of those things. So I've just strived to pass those things down to him. And it's a blessing when I see people love him because I love them.
Yeah.
Right? Prime example is like watching you cut his hair.
Yeah.
When he was younger.
And I was just looking at a photo of that yesterday. It popped up on my memory.
Yeah. And so like to me, like, because I've strived to be, a great person and strive to do right by you, like you enjoy like taking care of him, and just like it's so many experiences, actually how he got his first job was like from one of my former players, for Ritterford, shout out to him, kind of helped him do that. And because I've loved Taylor, and care for him, and he cares for him. Like he texts my son, like they have like dad, Taylor do it. Like really,
like that's crazy.
Like they have, they close, closer than he and I was. So he looks out for him, and it's just a blessing, man, to see that he can benefit from some of the things that I've poured into others. And really, it was the same way for me. So many people have loved me and taken care of me because my mom was amazing to them. Yeah. Right. And people still tell me stories like every time, especially I was in my hometown a couple of weeks ago. The news station from the area was doing a Black History Month deal on. I have a exhibit in my hometown of any Chip Baker, All Things Are Possible exhibit. And it was one of my mom's or our relatives later. She's, first black female judge in our city. And so she just happened to be in the library where we were interviewing, and I showed her my mom's book that I did, and like she was like almost crying, and she was like, who? Oh yeah, this mine. Like she took the book, like right. But just like, man, those people, and she just telling me stories like your mom, this, the other, and all the ladies there in the library, like so. Man, it's just an honor for me to just hopefully have him benefit from some of the things that I've strived to do in my life.
And I think that is legacy.
For sure.
Legacy is allowing your children to benefit
Yeah.
from the work that you've done. And the Bible speaks about it where it says like your reputation is worth more than rubies and gold. So it's not just about money and materialism. Like, it's not about that, but it's about, like you said, like planting those seeds. So even after you're gone, your children can still benefit.
Children's children.
And your children's children can still benefit from the relationships and the seeds that you've planted. Your mom did it for you, and now look at you, you're doing it for your son.
It's I mean, it was poured into me in my home, like just just the passion of instilling faith principles. And my mom would tell me things that her grandmother, grandfather, poured into them, right? As far as, and so like we talked about earlier, it's our job if we're going to be obedient and disciplined and listen. And I think we see that when we choose to do that, amazing things happen in our lives.
Yeah, that's good.
Yep.
Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in to this episode with Chip Baker and the Success Chronicles. Tell them where they can find you.
Yeah, all my social media is at Chip Baker, TSC, as in the Success Chronicles, except for X. Twitter is Chip Baker 19. So again, man, thank you so much, Nams, for the opportunity to hang out with you. So happy for you with all you got going on, and it's my honor to be here to chop it up with you.
Likewise. Thank you so much, Coach.
Yeah,
I
man.
appreciate you for everything, and keep impacting and influencing.
Yeah.
That rings true to your life. And I'm super grateful to know you, and I thank God for you.
Amen. I love it.
Until next time, friends. Peace.
Go get it.
May the Lord bless you, keep you, and make his face shine upon you. As we abide in his grace, presence, and peace, remember that you are an agent of change wherever your feet shall tread. Thanks for listening to this message and for the opportunity to teach and lead you. Until next time.